One of the reasons I proposed this is that the city knows what it needs in terms of amenities, while West Group, they know how to build. So it's a perfect marriage. And it's not about them giving us anything for free, not at all. It's about an exchange. So exchanging the space for a reduction in the CACs or density bonusing or the monies that are payable to the city. Staff would decide how that works. And they would also decide the amount of space that we'd need for possible use as a seniors center or recreation center space, or a combination of the two.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just trying to, I think I finally get the idea here. Is that what you're suggesting here is that staff have a discussion with West Group to see if there is anything that that West Group could build for the city that the city would need, that the city could then pay for, possibly by using West Group's own fees on the development. So you're trying to leverage the fact that the private sector, in this case, while they're already building something else, it might be cheaper through economies of scale to add space for a rec center, and then the city would buy that space, and it would be cheaper than if the city were to go and build a rec center on its own. Is that 100%
correct, Mr. Mayor, and you'll know from previous estimates we've seen from staff that this would definitely work out in our favor.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just the way that, you know, public sector, private sector works, because I've seen that report, and you've brought that up a number of times, that you see this per square footage, and then we calculate it out, and, you know, a new library should, based on what it costs to build, you see it right there, you do the math, and it's way less than the estimates that we've had from folks bidding on contracts with the city. So I think that this is something to do with how private sector interacts with public sector. And in this case, I think if West Group is open to something like this, to build us space and have us pay for it, yeah, I mean, maybe we could build a rec center at a discount. That sounds like a really good idea. I'm in support of exploring it, especially because it's not a demand emotion. Thank you, Councillor Milani, for clarifying your idea so that I could get it and get behind it. Because at first I was like, oh man, he wants West Group to build us a rec center, and then now I get it. It's leveraging this bill to see if there's something the city could use there, whether it's something that, you know, whatever it is. I think that we obviously couldn't imagine something being built in Coronation Park today where it is, but this is a revisioning, right? So we'll see what staff comes back with. So let's vote on this one. Please vote now with your thumbs. Motion carries with Councillor Lottie and Dilworth opposed.